afternoon. I'm Pablo Diaz. I'm the president and CEO of the Vicksburg Warren Economic Development Foundation. And for those of you that are new, the Chamber of Commerce is part of the Economic Development Foundation. And this special luncheon today to celebrate our educators in the Warren County and City of Vicksburg area is put by the Chamber of Commerce. And we have done this for over 25 years for sure. I think it's more than 30 years. So we're very, very happy to be here once again celebrating our educators. And on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Chamber of Commerce, I want to welcome everyone today to this important event. Before we begin, I would like to ask the Chairman of the Warren County Port Commission, Mr. Don Brown, to come up and lead us in prayer. And right after that, if you can please stand, we are going to do the Pledge of Allegiance along with Mr. Brown.
Good afternoon. Let us pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for this chance to gather again and reconnect in our shared belief in the power of community. We ask for your divine guidance. Remind us that we are truly blessed and we have an obligation to extend our hand to those in need. Please grant us wisdom to our leaders and to us. Bless this food, this community, and our country. We thank you for this day and the people that share in it. These blessings and more we ask in your Son's name, Jesus Christ, amen. Will you stand for our pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. And now I would like to recognize the elected officials that are with us today. The President of the Warren County Board of Supervisors, Ms. Kelly Barfield. We have the Mayor of the city, Mayor Flax, is with us today. Thank you, Mayor. I believe Supervisor District 1, Ed Herring, is with us today. I haven't seen Ed, but I think he's with us today. Alex Mansour, Southward Alderman. Hi, Alex. And also Michael Mayfield, Northward Alderman, and District Attorney Ricky Smith is with us today. Thank you for being with us. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Judge Shane is here. Yes, that's why I was forgetting. Thank you. And also Supervisor Dr. Jeffrey Holland is with us as well, District 4. Thank you. All right. And with that, now I would like to recognize our sponsors for today's celebrations, and they are Ameristar, there they are, Mutual Credit Union, and Chick-fil-A, and we have representatives from each one of those companies here. Ms. Kim Alexander with Ameristar, Michael Matthews with Mutual Credit Union, and Nick Jones with Chick-fil-A. If you could please stand to be recognized. Now we'll hear some more about them in a few minutes, but we're very thankful for their support. They have been sponsoring this luncheon for a good number of years, and we could not do it without them stepping up to the plate and really helping today's event. I also want to recognize the new members of the Chamber in the last month. I think you can see in there the names, but they are Anchuka LLC, Inspire Health Clinic, Before and After Hair Salon, Ryan Lee with Edward Jones, United Rentals, and Tasha Bibb with Mississippi State University. Please give them a round of applause. I also want to recognize the new members that are actually part of the USAIDs. As you might have heard in our last meeting, we unveiled a new program that encourages members of the United States Army Corps of Engineers to become members of the Chamber of Commerce. Of course, as you all know, USAID and ERDIC are both very important to our community, the largest employer, and we constantly want to maintain that communication and grow that trust before the community, the Chamber of Commerce, and USAID to continue our progress. And they are Colonel Christian Patterson, Annette Kirkland, and Doniada Thomas. And I think they are here with us today. Thank you. And then one last thing, the young professionals. I just want to remind everybody that the Young Professionals Network has been kick-started again, and these are the new members of the Young Professionals, and Michael Foley, Jaden Bennett, Amanda Parrish, Kirsten Harris, Madison Carpenter, Zachary Harper, and there is 15 to 20 others that are in the process of joining the group of young professionals. So if you are from a school, from a company, and you have young professionals that are moving into the community, or even if they are from the community and they want to connect to other young professionals, please give us a call. Call Anne Elizabeth, call Kimberly, and have them join, because this is a way for them to meet each other and develop new skills and network, okay? So with that, now we're going to get started with the important part of today's celebration, which is actually our teachers. And to do that, I'm going to ask the chairwoman for 2023 Chamber Board of Directors of the Chamber of Commerce to come up to the stage, Ms. Lori Burke.
Thank you, Pablo. Wow, what an amazing audience, crowd we have today. It's great to be among all of these educators, these brilliant people. Just send some of the brave ways to us, right? As a member of the Chamber, your business not only supports several endeavors in our community, but you also support educational programs in our community. Warren County is fortunate to have excellent schools across our community. But what makes these schools excellent? You know, is it the books? Is it the building? What is it? You know what it is. It's our outstanding teachers that are here today and that are back at these schools in these classrooms. These teachers, they listen to their students. They contribute the shaping of these students to be leaders, teachers, construction workers, attorneys, engineers, boat captains. They become family to our community's most valuable asset, which is our children. We cannot thank these teachers enough for their contributions, their sacrifices, their guidance. You know, these teachers that are here today and that are back in the classroom, they pour love into our children. They've poured love into my children, your children. Heck, they've helped shape and guide each and every one of us in this room. The Chamber of Commerce is committed to supporting education. The Educator of the Year program is just a small piece of how we can support our teachers. But this program reminds us that teachers are an essential component that shapes the future of our workforce, from which all of our businesses draw our talent and we generate success. There has been one driving force behind this Educator of the Year program, and that is Mr. Buddy Dees. He has been the chairman of this program for over 20 years. Buddy started when you were 25 years old? Okay, just making sure. But we are so proud to have him not only on the Chamber of Commerce board, but overseeing this committee. And now it is my honor to officially introduce Mr. Buddy Dees.
Thank you very much, Laurie. As Laurie mentioned, it was a number of years ago, and actually, I'll tell y'all, it was actually 34 years ago, not 20, that the Chamber decided to recognize educators, because we realized you guys are training the workforce. You know, your students are going to take care of all of us tomorrow. And I want to tell you a little bit about the process. What we've done this year, for those of you that may not be aware, there are 21 educators in public and private schools that were nominated and selected by each of their schools. There was a ballot process in each school, so each elementary and secondary school nominated one teacher. So we've got 21 winners here already, public and private schools. And we will announce today a Elementary Educator of the Year for grades 1 through 6, and a Secondary Educator of the Year for grades 7 through 12. We'll also announce a runner-up for elementary and a runner-up for secondary. And we're pleased to say that Ameristar Casino with Kim will be coming up to present the two $1,000 checks. These are presented to the educators to use in any way they want to. This is a prize, a gift to them. And Michael Matthews with Mutual Credit Union will come up, and there'll be two $500 checks to the first runner-up for elementary and the first runner-up for secondary. So we're giving out cash money today. But first, what we're going to wind up doing is we're going to recognize, well, I'm going to mention to you the judges. When they were nominated by their respective schools in November and December, each educator filled out a resume, and we have a panel of 5 former teachers that are now retired. And I always like to say, when you're interviewed, these 5 retired educators interviewed these current teachers here in the Chamber of Commerce office. Took all one day. And Nick Jones and Chick-fil-A, we appreciate, furnished meals for those judges. And the 5 judges were Jack Grogan, Carol Campbell. Carol, please stand up. Carol, I know is here. I'm not sure if the others are. Charlie Tolliver, Lana Fuller, and Debbie Freeman, who assembled the panel but actually was ill and could not take part. Let's give them a round of applause. And I'm going to ask right now, while I'm finishing these remarks, if the 21 educators, and you all know your numbers, 1 through 21, to speed up our process here, if you would line up right to my right on the left-hand side as you face the stage in sequence 1 through 21. We'll call out each of your names, and each of these educators will be presented with a plaque, a certificate, a framed certificate, as the outstanding educator from their school. There'll be a brief picture. I'll ask Pablo and Laurie to come up as well. There'll be a brief picture of each of the 21. The judges reviewed the resumes of these candidates, and they gave points based on the resumes, and then they gave points based on the interviews. And they actually, I had nothing to do with any of the voting or anything. They actually have the winners in these envelopes here that will be called out once I've recognized these 21. We're also greatly appreciative of Ameristar with that $1,000, the $2,000 donations for a total of $2,000. Like I said, Kim Alexander is going to be here representing Ameristar. At the conclusion, Kim, I'll ask you to come up. Kim is the Regional Director of Regulatory Compliance for Ameristar. And as I mentioned, Michael Matthews, President of the Mutual Credit Union, will be coming up. And I will say, I wanted you all to know, Maureen Wazlowski, who is the Vice President and General Manager of Ameristar, and Chris Chatham, also in management at Ameristar, is on our board of directors. The two of them are at a casino meeting out of town and could not be here, and we're happy to have Kim Alexander here for the presentation. I'll call out the first name here, the first educator, and Kimberly Hillman here has done a great job in preparing all certificates, a chamber employee here. The first elementary educator from Beechwood Elementary, Charles C. Godshaw. Next elementary educator of the year from Bovina Elementary, Megan Carney. Next, from Beaumar Elementary, Mary Quinn Wood. Next, from Dana Road Elementary, Stormy Dupree. Next, from Porter's Chapel Elementary, Elizabeth Westerfield. Next, from Redwood Elementary, Shonda Morrison. From Sherman Avenue Elementary, Kathy Parker. Next, South Park Elementary, Danielle Miller. And each of you can step up to the top step and come on up. From St. Francis Elementary, Sissy Matthews. Next, from Vicksburg Intermediate, Clarissa Davis Griffin. From Warren Central Intermediate, Esperanza Sampson. And the last from elementary, Warrenton Elementary, Aaliyah Lick. Next, we'll go directly to the secondary educators. From the Academy of Innovation, Sarah Foley Teague. From Porter's Chapel High School, Frances Warren. From River City Early College, Ebony Gardner. From St. Aloysius High School, Danielle Bergeron. From Vicksburg Junior High School, Jennifer Stewart. From Warren Central Junior High, Tiandra Rowell. From Vicksburg High School, Cassandra Ringo. From Warren Central High School, Christy Brannon. And from the Vicksburg Orange School District Career and Technical Center, Eloise Ford. Let's have a round of applause for all our 21 winners. And at this time, I would like Michael Matthews and Kim Alexander to come up and stand to my left for these presentations. Michael, you'll be first. We'll announce the two runners-up, as I mentioned. And I always like to comment, regardless of whatever profession you're in, whether you're a banker out there or you're another employee in the school district or in the legal profession or whatever, I think it would mean a lot to any of us to be recognized by those in our profession that know us best and know the nuts and bolts, in this case, of being an educator. And so I think all 21 of you can really be proud you were selected by a group of teachers that were your peers at your school. And I have gone in years later and visited some of these schools with Leader and Me visits and other things. And we have 2 large checks from Mutual Credit Union and from Ameristar here for you, for the winners. And I have seen those checks on display in the 3rd or 4th grade room or whatever, 7, 8, and 10 years later. It's symbolic of the recognition that you get here today, and I hope you do appreciate that. Michael Matthews will step forward with this check. I'm going to ask these first runners-up and these winners to come up and then step back down on the other side of the stage, and then you'll all go back to your seats. We'll have additional pictures later. So the first runner-up for Elementary Educator of the Year and winner of a $500 award from Mutual Credit Union is, from Vicksburg Intermediate, Clarissa Davis Griffin. And first runner-up, and also recipient of a $500 award from Mutual Credit Union for Secondary Educator of the Year for the year 2023 from Vicksburg Warren School District Career and Technical Center, Eloise Ford. And thank you, Michael Matthews from Mutual Credit Union. Congratulations to the 2 of you. I can't help but think, since we're down in this venue, in this building, at this location, this is the approximate location of the Miss Mississippi pageant winners. But in that case, everybody's on stage. We'll have you come up here. Not quite as much money, but the recognition, I hope, is appreciated. Winner of a $1,000 check. And Kim Alexander is up here from Ameristar. From Ameristar for Secondary Educator of the Year. Excuse me. This is a runner-up. The runner-up. Yeah, let me do it in that order. Excuse me, the envelopes got out of order. The winner, they're properly labeled, that was my mistake. The winner of the Elementary Educator of the Year, this is elementary first, and winner of that $1,000 scholarship, not a scholarship, but actually a cash award, from Beechwood Elementary is Charles C. Gottschalk. And the winner of the Secondary Educator of the Year and a $1,000 award to spend however they see fit is from St. Aloysius High School, Danielle Bergeron. Thank you very much, and that concludes the presentation of these awards. and I will turn the program back over to Pablo Diaz. And all the educators, you can go back to your seats, and we will ask the 4 winners to come back up here for pictures for the newspaper later in the same location that you are right now. That'll be fine. Let's give them a big round of applause as all 21 go back to their seats.
Well, congratulations once again to all of the educators. Just on a personal note, I feel like we are so blessed in Vicksburg to have our children and our young people in the hands of such devoted individuals. I mean, all of you are truly shaping and preparing our future. So thank you for what you do day in, day out, for following the calling that I feel like that, teaching is truly a calling. So thank you all for what you do, the calling that you are living out, and how you are making an impact in our young people each and every day. So thank you once again. Let's give them all one more round of applause. I do have just a couple of announcements as we are wrapping up. The Mighty Sip Fest, which is the very first annual Mighty Sip Fest, will be happening April 13th through the 16th. It's going to be 4 days of events of all kinds, highlighting the arts and culture of Vicksburg, and some of that does include something on the old Mississippi Bridge. So that's something to be excited about. So put that on your radar, on your calendar. You don't want to miss that. Also, today is the last day for voting for the Best of Mississippi. You can go to Visit Vicksburg's Facebook page and click on the link. There are over 26 in Vicksburg entities that are up for this award of being the Best of Mississippi. So we want to show our support for that, absolutely. So visit Vicksburg's Facebook page and click to vote. Also, the next Vicksburg Young Professionals event I'm so excited to announce is going to be next Wednesday, February 22nd at 4 p.m. at the Catfish Row Museum. Linda Fondren has graciously agreed to host this event in celebration and observance of Black History Month. We're going to be able to tour the museum. We're going to be able to hear a little bit about it as she is going to speak. And so if you don't really know exactly what the museum is, visitors will learn the relationship between the river and the people who settled there. Some of the other things to learn is how the African American experience has influenced the cultural heritage of Vicksburg and the Mississippi Delta. And another thing of the many is how the ethnic diversity of Vicksburg settlers continues to develop and support a rich and complex culture with the music, arts, literature, and foodways. So it's going to be an exciting event. So tell your young people in your workplace to put this on their calendar. I'm going to be sending out official information for sign up and things like that. So Linda, we are looking forward to it. Thank you so much. We're very, very excited to host this next week. Also, Leadership Vicksburg class visited in Jackson last week. They toured the governor's mansion and the Mississippi State Capitol. We were able to visit with our state senator and representatives, so they took a lot of time with us and visited us. So it was a wonderful trip and visit, and the class is doing an exceptional job just leading the way. They're working on 3 different community projects right now that they're wrapping up in the final stages of, so be on the lookout for information about that. But Leadership Vicksburg is going well, and that concludes all of my announcements. But before I close, I want to say the educators, if all of you could come back on stage, just I guess to my right here, we want to get a group picture of y'all, and then the winners as well, individuals, so we can get the paper and all of that fun stuff. But thank you all so much again for coming. We appreciate your time, your investment in the community and the chamber, and we appreciate you very, very much. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed week. God bless, and we'll see you soon.